Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a warm welcome to the F919 Developer AI Co-Creation Festival. I am William Morse, Senior Manager of the FFF-PAR sales team at Faraday Future. We have exciting developments to share with you today. Kelvin Sherman, one of our Developer Co-Creation Officers, has just taken delivery of his FF91 2.0 Futurist Alliance. And joining our illustrious FF family shortly is Emma Hernan, a renowned entrepreneur and star of the popular Netflix show Selling Sunset. Emma will also assume the role of Developer Co-Creation Officer at Faraday Future. I would also like to extend our gratitude to Nangxi Liu, co-CEO of Blaze Tech, who will be moderating for the upcoming panel discussion. Nangxi will expertly guide us through insightful conversations about FF's cutting-edge products and technologies, the evolving landscape of AI, and the exciting realm of co-creation, joined by accomplished leaders from various industries. This panel will surely give our audience some wonderful insight on where Faraday Future is headed. But for now, I'd love to welcome our newest FF car owner and Developer Co-Creation Officer, Kelvin Sherman, to the stage for a few remarks. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, William. I can't begin to express the sheer joy and excitement I felt when I became an owner of the FF91 2.0 Futurist Alliance. It's not just a car, it's a marvel of technology and luxury combined. The experience of driving was nothing short of amazing and mind-blowing. The acceleration, the comfort, and cutting-edge technology that AI features left me truly in awe. As for becoming a FF Developer Co-Creation Officer, it was a natural progression for me. Being in the entertainment industry, I've seen firsthand how AI can revolutionize the music world, and I'm passionate about protecting artists' rights for their music, and I believe AI can share a significant role in the auto industry as well. FF did have lots of impressive AI technology that was integrated in the FF91 2.0 Futurist Alliance endeavor, so I joined FF as a developer and co-creation officer to contribute my insights and exploring ways to provide feedback. I'm committed to helping FF continue to innovate, and together we can harness AI's power to create not just exceptional cars, but also groundbreaking solutions that have a positive impact on our world. More importantly, I will invite my friends in the entertainment industry who can join FF's co-developer program and co-creation project to better innovate for our next set of products and going forward. So thanks again for having me here today, and I'm excited to be a part of the family. Thank you, guys.
Thanks again, Kelvin, and welcome to the family.
Thank you.
Now, I would like to invite our prolific founder and Chief Product and User Ecosystem Officer, YT Jia, to the stage and give a remark.
Thank you, William. Hi, hello, global futurists, and welcome to the FF919 Developer AI Co-Creation Festival. I'm very glad to see that there was great chemistry between FF Co-Creation officers at the Futurists Spire Club Salon. First, I'd like to start by sharing some great news. FF received the NASDAQ compliance notice last week, notifying us that FF regained compliance with the minimum bid requirement after nearly 1 year. We believe regaining compliance with the NASDAQ listing standard underscores FF's commitment to maximizing shareholder interests. In August, the company achieved some of its most challenging milestones in its 9 years history, including finalizing all compliance procedures for US production and delivery, receiving all necessary parts for delivery from our supply chain and starting to deliver to our users. We believe this reflects the positive shift of the company's operating fundamentals. However, the continued lack of funding has delayed production capacity ramp-up, and the slow delivery progress falls short of what the company believed to be the demand of the market. That being said, as previously announced, the company has entered into the revenue-generating stage, and we expect that once we secure additional funding, we will be in position to increase production capacity, drive sales growth, restore and increase value. So, while the company may seem challenged when viewed from a static or partial perspective, taking a holistic and dynamic view, the company believes it is a great position to seize the opportunities in front of it. Second, we are hosting the Delivery Co-Creation Day event featuring Hollywood celebrity manager Kevin Sherman. Kevin has worked with a host of superstars including Travis Scott, Kendall Jenner, and Justin Bieber. As a FF91 2.0 user and developer co-creation officer, Kevin will co-create with FF, and together we hope to generate equal chemistry between the music and entertainment industry and the FF91 2.0. As what Kevin often says during co-creation, cars serve as the primary space for people to enjoy music. We will co-create and develop an internet mobility music hall, a live house, a live streaming studio and office, offering the most immersive experience. We will disrupt the traditional in-car music with AI and internet. Artists are able to stay connected and interact with fans through live broadcast anytime and anywhere. This car can also serve as a mobile office for agents. FF91 2.0's unique third AI space will provide the top musicians and celebrities with an unprecedented and exclusive in-car connected audiovisual experience, live streaming capabilities, and a dedicated social space. Third, All AI is the soul of our technology and product architecture and bring about the unique fusion of general AI, personalized AI, plus one-on-one bespoke private AI. Our originally developed one-on-one bespoke private AI represents the ultimate AI technology and brand. We are using this exclusive AI algorithm to create the FF AI driving, AI parking, and AI racing features in the all-ability AI hypercar, empowering users and delivering silicon-based luxury that features time efficiency and time value. On the next developer track co-creation day, scheduled for next month, we will demonstrate how FF AI Racing's AI technology dominates the racetrack and injects new wisdom to the FF All-Hyper Global Racetrack Conqueror plan. How do developers participate in co-creation and co-sharing. They can visit FF App's community co-creation section or participate through My Co-Creation app inside the car. They can also join live forums and themed project labs. All developers will co-share rewards corresponding to the value they co-create. In the upcoming Developer AI co-creation panel discussion, FF's tech expert and the developer co-creation officer will provide a detailed overview of FF's AI strategy and the latest developments in developer co-creation. Fourth, just like FF's co-creation and co-sharing business philosophy, the FF AI Hub 6x4 Architecture 2.0 with AI as its soul is self-evolving every day. We will continue to iterate and upgrade our technology and products through developer co-creation and OTA updates. We also encourage more futures to join FF's developer co-creation and drive the evolution of the spiral mobility industry towards all AI. In late May, we launched an online survey on FF.com and FF app to change the FFIE ticker to FFAI. As of today, most of the shareholders support the change, and the company is continuing to analyze the results. Last but not least, I'd like to announce a new milestone. Our community of FF91 2.0 users and developer co-creation officers welcomes the world's first female FF Spider user, Emma Hernan. Emma is a renowned entrepreneur and the leading actress in the Netflix show Selling Sunset. There is no question that she will provide a unique co-creation value to the product for our Spider users, especially female Spider users. Let's have Emma on stage. Emma, please.
Thank you so
Emma,
much. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome to the Futures family.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so thanks for your support and future contribution. The floor is all yours.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, YT, and thank you all for having me here today. Becoming a new Faraday Future car owner, developer, co-creation officer has been an absolutely thrilling experience for me. From the moment I experienced the Faraday Future 91 2.0 Futuristic Alliance, I was floored. No pun intended, because it went from 0 to 60 in 2.2 seconds, and I felt like I was on a roller coaster. But I was absolutely struck by its blend of cutting-edge technology and luxurious design. It's a true masterpiece, an automotive innovation. I feel an immersed sense of pride to be the first female future Faraday owner. As some of you may know, from being a female entrepreneur and empowering females is something I'm deeply passionate about. As I'm the first female owner for this vehicle, it's not just about breaking barriers, but it's about embracing the future of mobility and showing that it's open to everybody. This car represents a powerful fusion of beauty, intelligence, and sustainability. I'm deeply committed to providing valuable product feedback to Faraday Future. This partnership is not just about owning a remarkable vehicle, it's about actively contributing to its evolution. I want to help make Faraday Future even more exceptional and ensure it continues to exceed expectations of its users. I want to express my heartfelt gratitude for this opportunity to be here today and thank the Faraday Future family for extending this invitation. It's a privilege to be part of this exciting journey, and I can't wait to see where all of our collective efforts take us. Thank you again, and I'll see you on the road, if you can catch me.
Well, Thank you so much, Emma. Again, welcome to the family. We appreciate your insight, your wisdom, and all your contributions to the brand in the future.
I am happy to be here.
I think this is a perfect moment to capture such a momentous occasion. YT, would you come back up here and we'll take a photo?
Yeah.
Just the two of you. I'd love that. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Don't go
Thank
anywhere
you.
just yet. I'd love to invite all of our panelists up here as well. Anybody speaking on the panelists, if you could come up for a photo as well, that would be wonderful. Thank you so much. Beautiful. What an amazing group. So photogenic. So, thank you again all for coming. We're going.
Super honored to be moderating this incredibly exciting panel with really distinguished guests. So I'm going to start out just by introducing our fantastic panelists. So first we have Matthias Metternich. He is the CEO of Art of Sport, which is a company that he started with Kobe Bryant. And I've got my great friend, Sami Kamkar, who is one of the most world-renowned security and privacy researchers as well as tech entrepreneur. We have Matthias Eit, who is the SVP of Global Product Execution at Faraday Future. We've got my dear friend, Meredith Perry, who is the CEO of Elamind, and she is also a scientist, inventor, and entrepreneur. We have Phil Bethel, who is the VP of Vehicle Line Engineering at Faraday Future. we've got Calvin Sherman, who is a celebrity agent, FF's newest car owner, and developer co-creation officer. And finally, we've got Max Ma, who is the head of product and mobility ecosystem at Faraday Future. So welcome, and thank you all so much for joining us here today. So now, let's go ahead and just dive into our discussion. So first of all, I want to ask our guests here, a couple of you, where do you see AI and the trend of AI going, and whether you've experienced it yourself in your life or work? Let's start with you, Matthias.
Hi, everyone. Excited to be here. Thank you, Nancy, for having me. AI, for me, is already part of my everyday. I use AI to check my code, which is generally full of errors and bugs. I also use it to design. I'm a designer by background, so I use it to design new products, branding campaigns, any kind of billboards or marketing collateral. So for me, it's already a very valuable tool. Where I see it going is, as a former developer, bad developer in a former life, I am excited to see it go from generative to interactive. And for me, that means that once AI is able to function across multiple apps so that I'm in a position to say, book me flight tickets, or change the temperature in my home, or use it for those purposes, until there's a universal language that facilitates that integration of AI across multiple apps and multiple software ecosystems, I haven't had the full exposure to it, and I think that's where the next future is where the future of AI is gonna go.
I completely agree. Let's hand it over to you, Sammy.
Yeah, I think AI is super interesting. It's going to bring out so much innovation because it's accelerating a lot of the things that we want to do. Like the way that our minds work, that's literally what we're trying to implement into neural networks and machine learning. And the beauty to me of that is that it's also going to have similar vulnerabilities as to humans. All the information that we're taking and we're ingesting is from us. It is from data that we're either putting on the internet or on websites or wherever it may be. So if that data can then be poisoned, then you can use it in more interesting ways. But I think it's a cat and mouse game, at least on the security side, and how can we continue to use it and propel ourselves forward, because it's going to accelerate so much technology, and I'm super excited about that.
Thank you. So, Matthias, I'll invite you to check what we are able to deliver already today. What you were asking for, some of that is already reality in the FF91, and just give it a try. For me, AI is a very good way to, basically, if you look into all the products we're using today, we have a lot of assist systems, but at the end they're dumb. So with AI, we will achieve a level of convenience which is far more beyond what we imagine, and it takes away all the deficiencies which are coming with assist systems as we have them today.
I'm Meredith, and I'm using AI in my everyday life today, just reviewing contracts and trying to save money, not using lawyers and things like that. But I think where AI is going to become even more interesting in the future is the ability to look at huge amounts of data, complex information really quickly, and be able to solve problems much faster than the tools that we're using today are. Someone doesn't want this to happen. And especially in drug development and personalized medicine, where we can't do individual studies, long-form studies on people, but you might be able to do that with AI. So yeah, definitely an accelerant.
Yeah, I agree with Meredith has to say here, and I think I'm really excited about the utilization of AI in the design and engineering process. We've already been exploring it with generative design and additive manufacturing, which allows us to explore a massive amount of data and solution sets for all of our engineering problems. And that's the key thing to one of our key product development, to be able to continually improve our products and move faster. Having that AI look at all the solutions to a possible problem and then let us pick the best one for our product, for our application, I'm very excited about having that as kind of a normal day-to-day capability within our engineering and manufacturing factories.
Yeah, like everyone else, AI is definitely a part of my day-to-day. I mean, it's kind of dangerous because I already feel self-sufficient, so to have AI there just further kind of pushes that notion where it's like I don't need an assistant or I don't need an intern. I have AI, who can pick up on these notes on a meeting and et cetera. So I'm most excited about the time that I will get back, that it empowers me to have, so I can be more efficient in my day. A lot of my day consists of going from point A to point B to around the clock. So for people who are 24/8 like myself, it's definitely a great tool, and I'm excited for the future of it and the experience it allows, especially as it relates to the automobile industry.
Absolutely, no doubt. I agree with most of you guys said, and absolutely, AI gonna empower all of us. And by the way, this is the trend, so no one's gonna work against the trend. So I think at Faraday, we embrace AI very, very much. And as you can see from the car, and actually we drove the intelligence and AI from day zero. This is also one of the DNA of the founding team in YT, the founder. That's how it helped from very beginning. And also, I think the foundation, the core foundation that we have developed, AI is one of the key. We call that 6x4 AI hyper architecture, which is the fundamental to enable the AI to be very, very powerful. And then if you ask the development of AI in terms of trend, I think we see the future. There's a fourth trend in the automotive industry, especially in the high-end luxury and the ultra-luxury segment. The number one, we call that OAI. So AI is going to be everywhere. There's no doubt about that. The second, we call that O-hyper. In this case, hyper is not only about the performance hyper, but also actually you need a high-performing computing and also a very efficient high-performing algorithm. The third one we call that's basically the O-ability. Of course, with AI, you're going to be more and more powerful, right? This is how we being empowered. The very last one, very interesting, we call it co-creation. It's actually, if you see this as kind of upgraded form, a very well upgraded form in terms of the App Store of Apple. And that is basically we allowed all the talents. You mentioned about data. There's amount of data, but actually you need a high quality of data, right? Instead of having a lot of data, but these are all lower quality, you want a high quality. So that's the reason why we have the, through the co-creation, potentially here you guys are the co-creation officer, we have the co-creation officers here. They provide their knowledge, and they're the top talent in the industry, and you provide the exact information that we will need to improve our car. So that's basically one of the key things. So, and if you look at Faraday and what YT and we were able to predict in the past, we already predict the future back to 10 years, what the current electric industry should look like, which was the electric, intelligent, connectivity, and sharing. That's the reason why we think we were able to predict that, and through this car that you can see is approved, we are predicting this to become the new future.
Thank you for everyone's insights. And Max, I love that you just went ahead and shared more about a lot of FF's AI accomplishments. And so we all know that FF is not just an EV car company, but it's also an internet company, it's a user company, and of course, an AI company. And so FF's product slogan is Ultimate AI Tech Luxury. And so I also want to have Matthias go and share a little bit more about what you think on the AI achievements for FF, and I'll hand it over to you.
So I think, as I mentioned, on one hand, we established things and features in the car which were not called AI when we developed them. So in the meantime, with the development of AI tools like ChatGPT and OpenAI, we were able, with the foundation we laid, with the computing power we have in the car, with all the displays we have in the car, with all the sensors, to enable this vehicle to be a vehicle for AI. So we started to develop generative AI, and we will carry on. My dream is that this car is learning how I want to drive it, and you can be sure that I'll push the car to learn how I want to drive it. And that is the fundamental what we are looking for to achieve. And basically, to get there, we announced already our AI strategies on our final launch. What we do now, and what I want to share today, is we open a platform for a co-creation development. So we invite technology co-creators to start working either in teams with us or in separate teams on projects to support our 6 foundational technologies. So in application developments, our OS, as long as it is not touching vehicle safety systems, electronic hardware, mechanical hardware, as well as the cloud, our cloud base, which we are using for FF, and then to enhance also the co-creation process. So we invite people to work on this on an open web platform, to co-create with each other. So you're heavily invited to participate, and with that enhance the product going forward and making it a product of all of us. So one other core DNA of FF and of YT as a founder is sharing. So we are not here to hide everything and keep it in a closed box. We are open to open it up and to share it with our users.
I truly think that is one of the most unique pieces of FF, is the fact that you are inviting so many folks and influential people across industries to be part of this process. Max, anything you want to add there?
Yeah, absolutely. I think AI means almost everything for FF, right? Because as I mentioned earlier, this is one of the 6 very important technical platform that we have here, and which supports not only the product, the car product itself, but also we have the ecosystem product and beyond that. I think besides the third AI space, that we also have very important endeavor, which is the global, we call that all hyper global racetrack conquer plan, which we have announced a couple weeks ago back to Pebble Beach. Basically, that plan is to kind of challenging the engineering miracle, which is bring to this elephant, like 3-ton car, on the racetrack in order to achieve the fastest lap time, hopefully in all tracks. That's something that's typically not impossible for almost everyone, because everyone goes to like car. However, I think with the technology, especially AI, especially co-creation, we are able to, alongside of course with other means, we're able to make it even make impossible possible. And the reason why is because a lot of people really wanted to drive like Formula One race driver or Le Mans winner, right? But last time when Derek Bell was here, he was 5-time Le Mans winner. He said, most of the hypercar or high performance driver, they probably don't really drive as a professional drivers. So a lot of people want to learn that skills, but how do you learn that skill very fast, right? I think through AI, you might be able to have a mode where you can learn without other people teaching you. So you are empowered by AI. When you're in the car can drive it by itself, or you drive the car with AI supporting you. So that allows everyone to enjoy the extreme excitement, but also with the best skills and safety. That's going to be something very, very innovative and fun. And also, I think the AI racing is one of the key things that we constantly use to drive our product excellence. Because the way that we're doing it, and I think you have seen a little bit of the video earlier, we have recently just achieved the racing record for the lap time for Buttonwillow for the SUV category. So it's another improvement recently. And then also we took the opportunity to really do the sensing of the map, building, using our unique LiDAR system in North America, the only LiDAR to scan, to basically building the high precision map using our high performing computing system, so that we are able, alongside with other means, so we are actually to improve the product and technology with the top racing person through co-creation, so that we can really bring this value back to every one of us. So that's going to be that's one of my key focus area, and I'm hoping that we can bring this recent result very soon in the coming events.
Thanks, Max. And I want to point out, I read basically that this car is 6,000 pounds. but it leads the industry in terms of the acceleration to weight ratio. I think I read that it was 0.78, so that's really remarkable. And I think we have to give some credit to somebody over here, Phil, who is the VP and leading basically the development of this car. So Phil, as the program lead, I want to ask, can you share a little bit more about the story of the product and how you're able to achieve this?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, first of all, at Faraday, we have a very strong world-class engineering team, product teams, and we all come from a very diverse background, different industries, different experiences, and the key has been bringing that all together into this product. When we look at our product, we look at the different layers of the product. So looking at our AI hyperdriving platform, which is consistent of our propulsion system, our battery system, high voltage architecture. And then as we move up into the layers of the interior, the styling, the seating of the vehicle, and then higher up into our sensor capability and our computing capability, we always wanted to put leading edge technology in every facet of these layers of technologies. But the hardest part for the team has been bringing that all together in a cohesive product that aligns with the product vision that was laid out many years ago now. And I think what we see in the product we have behind us is we've actually achieved that. But we're really just at the start, right? Because this car has so much technology and so much capability. We had to spend a lot of time deciding what are the features we're going to have at launch of the vehicle, and then what does that product roadmap look like in the future as we continue to iterate and improve the product over time from the hardware perspective, software perspective, and the AI perspective. And that's really the challenge for the team going forward, is we have so much potential in this product. We really have to explore a lot of these avenues and see where we can go. For the size of our team, what we've produced here is really the most complex vehicle, I think, in the world right now. Right? And that's, I think, an incredible accomplishment for the team. Should all be very proud of what we've accomplished, what we've been able to achieve.
Just adding one more thing, I think through AI, which is again very important, so I can push more product features so that Phil can produce more.
Yeah, that's one of the key things at Faraday is we're always looking at how can we drive the technology, not just within our own product, but within the industry itself. We always want to be forward-thinking, future-thinking, and leading within the industry, and that's kind of one of our core principles within the company.
This is fantastic. Well, Phil, that means you might just receive some text from all of us and be like, Phil, I've got this idea. Can you go and incorporate it? And it sounds like you're able to do it.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. That's, the co-creation we think is a great thing for that, because we have all these industry experts giving us this feedback, and getting access to that at the early stages while we're still in our low production volume is really, really valuable to the product and to the team, because then we can make those improvements very fast, which is one of our key capabilities within this company, is being able to move fast. Small teams can iterate and move very quickly and get those new product features out to the market as fast as possible.
Beautiful. All right, we're going to shift gears a little bit from talking about the car to now asking our industry experts across different sectors a little bit more about their experience in AI. So, Calvin, I'm going to give you this next question. You mentioned that you are working to protect music copyrights through AI technology, which is really interesting. So I would love for you to elaborate on that for our audience.
Yeah, music has, of course, traditionally had a lot of discourse when it came to copyright and rights when it comes to artists and creativity. So the AI tools that we're using amongst my roster to secure their catalogs and to protect it from leaks and not messing up our business has been really instrumental. From leaks to putting particular watermarks on different digital copies, so that when it does show up in the system and whatnot, that it's flagged, and it also just learning the behavior of hackers and whatnot to be able to put defense mechanisms around that around the catalog and that protection. So it's been a great tool for us. We're partnering with a lot of labels to protect those catalogs, especially with the artists I work with who are big in the digital space, from the Juice WRLD catalog to Ice Spice, who's really a hot commodity right now. I've been partnering with a lot of labels to provide that service and hoping to provide it to more. I'm sure as time goes on over the next few months, we'll be again reached out to amongst my team to be, that mechanism to help them, protect themselves.
Thanks, Calvin. All right, the next question is for Meredith. So Meredith, I know that your company is researching neurotechnology, and I think the combination of AI and neurotechnology is one of the most interesting and advanced trends in AI. So I would like to ask you what you think about AI and how AI plays into potentially, driving a car in the future.
Well, I think there's a lot that we can do with wearable technology enhanced by AI, machine learning, and having sensors in there like EEG that can read what's going on with the brain, and then being able to communicate what's happening inside the body silently to a car and being able to change the environment of a car itself, for example. So if we can detect that you're overheated, just by detecting that, we can then, increase or decrease the cabin temperature of the car. Or if we can detect that you're drowsy or potentially about to fall asleep, we can turn on autopilot or turn the car into an autonomous vehicle. Or perhaps, you're not even driving the car. Maybe the car itself is driving itself and you're having a seizure in the back of the car. Well, we might be able to detect that. And then your car itself could drive you to a hospital or could potentially call someone who can help you. So I think there's like a tremendous amount of ways where AI neurotechnology can marry and really make life a lot more interesting for people.
This is beautiful to hear because this is exactly what I was expecting, because through the co-creation, all different industry coming together and we're generating ideas which are feasible, especially feasible for FF because we have this 6x4 architecture which allows the new technology to come in and grow and constantly grow. But in the same time, this co-creation does not only end with FF. FF is a great platform to allow you guys to learn from something from our side, but also we're contributing to the whole society, the whole industry. Whoever's watching out there, there are already some ideas tangible here. We can, work together as well. So this is a great platform to really, create value for the world.
I can already tell all
Sit down
the...
later. Sit way together.
I could already tell when you were sharing that, Meredith, all of the FF executives are like, oh yeah, we already have that on our Jira board. Like, it's in the product pipeline. Like, we're nodding along. But I still love that you brought it up because these are the things that I think as consumers we think about. So my next question is for Sammy. So Sammy, as an expert in cybersecurity, do you think that AI provides a greater challenge for cybersecurity, especially for smart electric vehicles? And how do you make its data and network more secure?
Sure. So, yeah, it's not that it's a greater challenge. I mean, I think when we're looking at anything, we should look at a whole system. The system comprises of, let's say, with automotive, we have the vehicles, and we have all of the people driving, and even pedestrians or whomever else are on the roads. So the question is, what is the total net gain or loss when we introduce a new technology or whatever it may be? So if it's AI, I think overall there is a net gain. Are there going to be vulnerabilities? Yes. Are there going to be vulnerabilities in existing systems? Yes, there are. So the question is, what as a total, how is that beneficial? And I think the cool thing about AI and ML is that, for one, we can accelerate the development of how this information works and how these systems work. That also means that we can be adversarial. Like, we can treat them adversarially, and we can actually give them all sorts of data that would be normally, let's say, a human driver wouldn't be able to take advantage of. Regarding your question of how we'd secure things within the system itself or within, let's say, a vehicle, it's really just isolating systems. If you have an infotainment system with a radio, and the radio you can control from the wheel of the car, you can press buttons and control the wheel. You can control the radio. Well, from the wheel, you can also turn on cruise control. Well, that means it's one system that's actually talking to two parts of the car, the radio and the, let's say, autonomous driving portion. So if you can then get in through the radio, you might be able to pivot. So isolating these systems and having sandboxes and security around all of them, which I suspect there already is really how we can continue to protect and add more security to technologies like this.
Thanks, Sammy. All right. Matthias, over to you. So Matthias, you've built incredible consumer-facing products and services. I'm curious to get your take on how AI would impact building or creating consumer products and how you think it might translate into the driving experience.
Yeah, I'm basically looking for AI to just tell me what company to build, and then how it can sell it for me, or take it public. That would be great. No, AI for me is a really fascinating, as relates to the consumer and what the consumer wants. That's really my business, is to try and use alchemy and a combination of creativity and intuition and business data and technology to try and invent products and services that customers want. And that's a very challenging thing. Even in the best of times, you might miss the mark by a fraction. As far as understanding how AI is going to relate to consumers, I think the first wave is going to be the sort of invisible infusion of AI into all the products and services that people enjoy and experience. And so they're not going to be necessarily going to Best Buy and saying, I want an AI thing. They'll just suddenly turn a device that is so seamless and intuitive in their household, and it'll just work like magic. And that is going to be the first wave, I believe. I think the second wave that will be very interesting is when the operating systems, like I said when we started, are able to communicate with one another. And I recall 15, 20 years ago, I worked for an insurance business as a client to help them reinvent what their insurance company was. And one of the things we narrowed in on was if we could track your fitness, we could give you lower health insurance premiums. If we could track your driving and your maybe irritability in rush hour and your behaviors driving through various neighborhoods, we could provide you an insurance premium that was commensurate or equal to your risk profile. And it was that kind of combination of data sources and being able to apply them in effectively real time or near real time to create value and create valuable products and services for consumers, that's what gets me out of bed in the morning, and that's what excites me the most. And so I think that will be the sort of second wave of value that consumers experience with AI.
I feel like some of us might get a little bit nervous about the insurance premium going up based on our driving. All right, so today's event is the 919 Developers AI Co-Creation Festival. Kelvin is our newest FF car owner and one of the co-creation officers. So you've received this, you were able to be part of the co-creation. Now I want to ask some of the other panelists here, basically one sentence on what you think you can contribute and what you think about the co-creation program at FF. So let's start with you, Matthias.
I think I can contribute a nose for what helps solve problems for customers. I'm a devotee of the human-centric design methodology, and really arriving at understanding anthropologically what gets people, thinking and worrying about and trying to solve in their lives. And even though I studied engineering and proficient in coding, I've had to learn that it's not just about features and it's not just about the coolest technology. It's often about really relating that back to humans and what humans feel and what they need and what fears they have and what dreams they have, and then working through a design methodology that arrives at a feature set that really complements that. And that's something that I would love to contribute if it's of any value.
Great.
I think it'd be interesting. I'm curious. I mean, that's great. I love human-centric design, and I'm also curious about how can we add to the security and safety. For one thing, you can actually have vehicle-to-vehicle communication. If a car actually hits, let's say, water and triggers the ABS, that can communicate wirelessly back to the vehicle behind, and that can just slow down just before, and the driver doesn't even know, right? It's just happening naturally. So increasing safety, increasing security with new technology, I think is really exciting for me.
I'd like to contribute creating one of the first apps for the FF App Store, and hopefully one of the first neurotech products that can be integrated with your car.
Yeah, I think for my contribution, I'd love to help elevate the entertainment part of the vehicle and that enjoyment. For examples, there's so many times as, I work with artists and we come out of the studio and we have a bounce from the engineer and we're like, let's hear it in the car. A car test is really important for musicians and executives when we go into the thought process of rolling out music. So elevating that that portion of it is where I want to contribute, and adding some more taste and style to what these guys have already put together is where I see myself.
We had some good time yesterday, huh?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it was great in turning the reader section into a party place.
We definitely did that.
And I think really, I'm super happy because we're already generating great ideas. And also the important thing is, it's not only about generating ideas, it's also all different industry coming together, more knowledges. It was probably only 4 or 5 industry come together, so we create something totally different. Now it's probably about 10, 20. So you imagine all those top knowledges from all different industry coming into one product, how great this product can be. And that's the value about this co-creation effort here. And in the same time, as Matthias said, is about the benefit sharing, right? We co-create, that's the essential thing for Faraday and for the whole industry and society.
This panel is a little bit like going back in time to the first days of Faraday, where we had Faraday is a melting pot of different backgrounds. So we have different cultural backgrounds, we have different industry backgrounds. And what we were able to establish is an ecochemistry which allows to cross the boundaries. So it's not, my background is automotive engineering, so I'm not telling my colleague who is from the consumer electronics that he doesn't have a clue. So we listened to each other and we created a lot of these fruitful discussions going back and forth. And being part of this panel is reminding me a lot of the first days.
Well, thank you all so much for this incredible insights. And it was really fun to get to speak to a lot of my friends and hear what they think about AI. So I think it's abundantly clear that FF is positioned to be a leader in AI in the EV space. I was going to say that for FF, it seems like sky's the limit, but I think it's one day might be going beyond sky.
Yeah.
So as we conclude this, Kelvin, we know that you very excitedly earlier today received your FF91 2.0 Future Alliance.
Yeah.
And so we shot that delivery video and we're all very excited to watch this. And so we're gonna watch this video together.
I haven't seen it.
This
All
is
right.
the last part of our live stream. Thank you again so much. Thank you to our audience for joining us today for this exceptional event.
Hello, everybody. How are you guys? My name is Scott Wong. I run product marketing at Faraday Future. Today, we're at the global headquarters of Faraday Future in Los Angeles, and we have a very special program for you. We're here to celebrate Kelvin Sherman. He is going to be one of the first in the world to take the delivery of the FF91 2.0 Futurist Alliance. So let me welcome Kelvin. Cal, you made it.
The time has come, yes.
How are you?
I'm doing well, man. I'm super excited about today. Happy to be here at the headquarters for Faraday. And man, I'm just ready to see my car.
Let's
I hear
go
it's the
see
only
it.
one in the country or the world in this color.
Yeah, of course.
Is that what you guys told me? Okay.
You're a VIP. We prepared something for you. One of the kind.
Let's do it, man.
All right. All right, let's go. After you.
Thanks. Whoa. Look at the lights coming through the...
Of course.
tarp.
This way, please. So we have our Senior Vice President, Matthias Eid.
Cheers.
Kelvin.
Last time I saw you, we were having some great
Yes.
wine.
Yeah, exactly.
Good to see you again, buddy.
Good to see you again.
Yes.
And good to see you in front of this nice hidden jewel.
Yes. I even
Which
brought
will
a
be yours.
matching pin to match
Yeah.
with the logo, so,
That's perfect.
you know,
So you're looking forward?
more than looking forward. I'm
Going
ready to
behind
get
the
it
wheel?
out on the road, and I'm ready to show it to all my friends, and it's going to match my swag perfectly.
Okay. So we want to unveil it?
Yeah. Are we
Okay.
going to do it together?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do it.
Let's do it.
You pick it here.
Here? Okay.
And I'll just pull.
Just
Ready?
pull.
1,
Wait,
2.
1, 2, 3.
Fast. Hey!
Whoa, look
What
at
a
that.
beauty!
Look at this.
So this is one of the first batch in the world, and absolutely the first of this color.
Yes.
So it's definitely one of one for you.
I don't know what to say right now. This is like incredible. Look at this.
The FF logo is lit. At night we
Are you seeing
can
this?
program this.
How cool this is. Man. Thank you guys, man. This is Alliance on the front. Look at the grill.
Yeah. If you see the alliance, it means it's 1 in 300 in the entire world.
1 of 300.
One of the 300. In this country, much less than that. This is a global number.
So this is like number 2 or 3, right? If I'm not mistaken.
It's the first of this color.
Oh, the first of this color.
And
Yeah.
you're the world third person to actually take delivery.
Man, what an honor.
Top
man.
3.
What an honor.
Not too shabby.
This is great, man.
You like the lights?
The lights are incredible. Even
Yeah.
even more so this here on the front.
Yeah, you like the
Like,
logo?
that's gonna stand out so much.
Yeah.
This black color is amazing though.
I'm really glad you like it.
Shicey shiny, man. I'm ready to get in.
Yeah, let me show you.
Show me, please.
Let's
Let
get the
me
key
get, let me
out
get the
of
key
way
and hand it
first.
over.
That's important.
So, it's our key box.
Yes! Kelvin Sherman!
Thank you, guys. This is nice.
And now give it a try again.
There we go.
2 doors.
Open all doors. Here, I'll
Open
take
all
it.
doors.
I'll take it
Yes.
from here.
Can I just pull open?
Yeah.
Man, look at the inside of this.
We'll cut it out. It's,
Yeah. It's gracious, man.
so
This is nice.
it's too far away, right?
Yeah, just slightly.
Okay. So you go to the seats.
I'm only 6'8".
Yeah. So driver. Oh,
Man,
cool.
these are always like, this is dope, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
You made it. Yeah.
Shotgun.
All right. So let's go take a picture together.
It's great.
So I'll have you stand in the middle.
Close the door.
I'll close the door.
I'm getting the hang of this, guys.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's do it here.
Okay, Calvin.
Cool.
We're ready for you.
Let's do it.
Get some paperwork out of the way and
Let's do
then
it.
go off for a spin. This is Jose
Jose,
Congratulations
thank
on
you,
your car.
buddy. Thank you, buddy.
and Louis.
Congratulations.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
The exciting part, we just have a few signatures here, which is going to make this officially yours.
Okay.
So everywhere it's highlighted, just there's going to be like 5 signatures.
Okay.
Perfect. And that's going to be it.
That's it.
Let me do the.
All right.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Scotty. Thanks again, guys.
Congrats.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man.
Welcome you
Thanks
to
again. man.
FF family.
Thank you. I'm officially a part of the family, man. This feels great today. Thank you, guys.
Yes, you are. So we have a pretty awesome team to demonstrate the car for you.
Okay, yeah.
Right. So we'll start with a little bit of an interior demo. Okay, Cal.
Yeah.
Let me introduce you to Eric.
Eric, what's up, buddy?
Kelvin, pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure as well. my brother.
Congratulations on your FF91.
Thank you. It's a great
And
day.
I'm here to present a presentation on the third AI space.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Here we go. Wow. So much space.
Yeah.
It's comfortable too.
All right.
要打开啊。
So welcome to what we refer to as third AI space.
Okay.
The logic behind the name stems from your first living space being your home, your second being your workspace or your office, and then your third, or what we're considering to be the inside of your car. So many people are spending hours on end during their commutes.
Especially in California.
Especially, you know. So, the AI space, it integrates artificial intelligence, the cloud, and third-party applications, along with our future OS and hardware to provide an experience that's just unparalleled and just surpasses the traditional mobile internet solutions that are currently out there. The rear cabin, as you can see, is quiet, spacious, comfortable, perfect for in-person meetings. You could say, hey, let's meet inside my car, which kind of sounds kind of like a mob movie, right? Hey, Dirk, Banks wants to, Calvin wants to see you in the car.
Yeah, in the car. Well, at least here we can have our privacy for one, and two, we can recline these seats and be way much more relaxed than just sitting up still, right?
Right. So yeah, in-person meetings are perfect for virtual meetings as well. And that'll take us to our first desktop demonstration.
Here we go. Remote control from the phone.
The 27-inch display, wide angle, 8 megapixel camera, noise canceling microphones, perfect for video conferencing or sharing presentation materials.
Yeah.
The high bandwidth connectivity will help keep you in tune with headlines, real-time news, and financial market updates. Now, the integrated AI will give you a higher understanding of what you're watching, and you could ask it questions. It just keeps you ahead of the curve and in the know.
Okay. So what's an example of a question I can ask the AI right here at this moment while watching this video?
Well, this one tells you a little bit about what we currently did. I don't know if you want to ask it a question about Faraday Future.
Yeah.
Here. So go ahead and ask it a question.
How quickly does the F91 2.0 go from 0 to 100?
Information available about the F91 2.0. It is advisable to refer to official sources or contact the manufacturer for accurate details on its acceleration from 0 to 100.
It's exclusive. I expected that. Not everyone's going to know. Me being the first one to have this colorway and it being very limited editions in the States, I expected that. You have to find out on your own demo.
So now the FF91 is similarly transforming leisure time on the go as well. Yeah. And one of these features, the music desktop, is one of my favorites because we get to watch music videos.
Yeah. Let's see.
So there was a category, there's different categories that'll play a mix of videos, or you can just search for whichever one you want.
Let's do Lil Durk All My Life. Here, this one.
Let's see how that sounds.
And a little mathematician, lately it's cash for getting, got me losing count of these bags, I've been moving too fast, hard times don't last, remember when cops are rats, talking out my ass, boy you ain't shit but a bitch with a badge.
Oh man, that bass.
They been trying to keep me down.
Not bad, huh?
Great sound.
This song just hits.
This is a hit, God. This is the perfect place to play this song too.
Man.
They couldn't take me, no, all my life.
This has been like the song of the summer too.
Yeah, man. #2 on the Billboard charts.
Oh.
It's a great record.
Awesome.
Great record, great artist.
Yeah.
Even better car.
We could also,
It's great. I can't wait to play like new unreleased songs in here and just like test out the mix and
right?
all of that when we get them bounced over to us.
Perfect.
This is gonna be great, man.
Perfect.
Ooh, okay.
All right, so that's volume, right? Take your 3 fingers and move up and down, and then I'll control the volume. Have you been into that series about the Lakers, Winning Time?
Winning Time, yeah.
So that's all the leisure time that, you know, we're transforming. But there's also the ability to just relax and unwind.
Oh
and
man, are you telling
just
me I can
chill
like
out
fully go to sleep in here?
in spa mode?
Although I never sleep, I'm 24/8 when it comes to my profession in life. But
Right. I
you
hear
know, I would love to go to this car and just take an hour nap. Oh man, I'm going to sleep now.
We've got the seat controls on the door panel, so you know the zero gravity seats. You can lay back and just chill.
I feel hypnotized right now.
Right?
What's happening? Goodness, this is insane.
And the crazy fast connectivity makes it all possible. You know, we've had to create some very powerful innovations, including the world's first 3SIM 5G modem, 10 gigabyte in-vehicle network, just a first in the automotive industry.
It's pretty cool.
The FF91 is just, you know, giving you a unique, fantastic experience, whether, you know, you're using it for work or you're just relaxing on your way to your next location.
All right, I'm going to sleep, guys. See you. See you later.
So here we go, audio. And can you hear us, Scott?
Yes.
With the 27-inch rear display, the wide angle, 8 megapixel camera, and noise canceling microphones just makes it perfect for video conferencing or sharing presentation materials. Scott, how do we look?
Amazing. Can you guys hear us okay?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Hear you loud and clear, man. I'm so thrilled about this is because, you know, this phone here dies like every 5 minutes, so because of Zoom calls. So the fact that I can do it here in my car and save my phone's battery is like just making my day just so much more productive and efficient. So I'm loving this feature right here. This is probably, every feature becomes my favorite feature that you outlay, but this might be the top one right here for me to be able to do this.
This will be your favorite conference room now to hold meetings.
Office, well, who needs an office? This is the office. Seriously.
Outstanding. Thank you, gentlemen.
See you guys.
Thank you. See you, Kyle.
See you outside. Okay. Okay, cool.
We're just gonna follow that.
So all the setting is fine?
Yeah, this is all great. Feels great. It feels smooth. What are you gonna do? Alright, yeah.
Take 3 fingers, left to light.
3 fingers to do. Oh, for volume, got it.
That's temperature.
Temperature, okay.
No, this way.
Oh. Login my account, your account.
That's right, baby, not what's going down? Funk Master Flex up in here. Get ready for the exclusive Big Pun joint. We're gonna simulcast this all over the globe at the same time.
So line up with them?
So my heads
Okay.
out in New York, Cali, Miami,
Let them pass?
Baltimore, Puerto
Okay.
Rico. If you're overseas, whatever you're doing, you know what I mean? Big Pun hits so hard, you know what I mean? We love